Hello everyone, welcome to a flip through of my sketchbook that I've been using for 6 years. As you can see here and on the back, it's quite old and I'm quite proud of the things I did to fill up this sketchbook. So here we go. This is the front page and it says 2019 to 2026. So I've actually been using this sketchbook for ages because I don't really draw in it that often. Let me just adjust this. So here I'm gonna explain what each page is and how I got the inspiration for it. So Neo Zone is by NCT, and NCT 127 has so many albums, and each time they release an album, they have a lot of stickers in it. So that's the first page basically, and my name. Alright, so here are the counts. I haven't updated these. What have I done? Like, what have I drawn in the past? And this is something like, oh, what materials did you use to prepare for the thing? So as some of you might know, my bias is Doyoung from NCT, and this is when they were doing their Seoul Origin concert, and I recently just colored it with Copic markers. So before, this wasn't lined or anything, it was just in pencil. And I was doing some preparation here for IB art, which just ignore this part. This one, I was planning my IB personal portfolio while in a cafe with my mom. So I drew her. Doesn't look like my mom, but it does the job. And I'm gonna skip this as well. This was for a canvas piece that I wanted to draw, symbolizing how personal development and growth over a lifetime. So how you start in life, you're born, and how you grow, just like humans are susceptible to different challenges. Stress, depression, and strong winds might affect the tree, and this just says the life course, like adult, teen, preteen, and elderly. Sorry for the background noise, by the way. This is also another piece I wanted to do, 3D piece, where I had nails and I was going to put receipts hanging from them, but that didn't really work out. So here I sketched myself basically, because this is based off a drawing of myself. And here, oops, here I also did the same thing. So I drew myself, but like kind of like upside down. Here, my piece was about consumerism, and during the Dada period of Marcel Duchamp, I did this drawing, and I had my motif was like waste, so I wanted the bike to be in the background of the leaves, which were in the foreground. But I didn't complete this piece on here. This was just a draft, so I just did an acrylic piece, and it went quite well, I think. And also this bike. A second piece I planned was this figure drawing of a woman, but she has pipes going in and out of her, and that symbolizes her thinking. Like, she's thinking a lot, and there's a lot of systems in her thinking. And a real model, nude model, came in and to our school to draw this. And here is how I arranged my pieces. I bought some shopping carts from Taobao to symbolize consumerism, but I linked them all up like this. So it's like, oh, it fell down. Here I was drawing my hands while posing, like kind of like this, and I drew with my right hand because I'm right-handed, but I'm also kind of ambidextrous. But yeah, here, there's nothing much I can say about these. It is what it is. Like, it is what it is. It's like, I love drawing hands because they're very still and you can convey movement in them. And I marked these darker spots with like cross hatching, so I think it turned out well. Here I was pretty obsessed with Doyoung back then, so this is like in their boom era, and I drew my hand upside down, so I literally did this, and then I was drawing like this. And yeah, not much to say about this. This one is a postcard from the Punch era in NCT 127, so I just used some of my Copic markers like here and to draw a fashion piece, and I love doing fashion drawings. I think I should do it more this year, especially for K-pop idols who have really good fashion. Look at this, just like at Sogi. This is Sogi from Red Velvet. And this is Doyoung again from Punch, but now he's wearing a military thing, which glows. I put gold, like, how do you call it? Like watercolor on here. So when it faces the light over here, kind of has a shining effect, and all the metals do have a shining effect. Yeah, that's why I love kind of like more sophisticated drawings. And then obviously, I don't like how I drew his nose, but here, when the marker goes over, it's kind of funny. Here is just like my friend Audrey told me to sketch something and I was bored, so I just did this Animal Crossing character, which I don't even play Animal Crossing, but yeah, like I drew a sheep with a bucket hat for her, and I really like this letter, this logo kind of style. Sheep! Yang! Okay. Then I just copied some people as a study, and I drew Doyoung again. I always do these studies where I like copy like what other people have drawn already, or I just make it like this is from the Visual Art Club's cross-hatching event, so I had that. So next we have some studies of the body, and also this thing from a K-drama my dad was obsessed with. It's called Sisyphus. Like it's like Myth of Sisyphus, but like Sisyphus the Myth, it's called, I think. So it just says 未來是過去的影像，鏡子會影出你的模樣. So like the future is a reflection of the past, and the mirror will show you yourself, or like what you look like. So obviously after Anatomy of a Guy, I did Anatomy of a Girl, of a woman. And these anatomy studies are shit because I don't know how to draw like hands and feet properly. I just went on this tutorial to help me. And also during a family gathering 2021 July, I drew my cousins. And here is the tower tree. I drew this because I live in this really tropical place, and from my window I can see these trees below, and I used Copic markers. And of course on the back I had to do some figure drawing, but more like contemporary style of a woman's body, like kind of like detached lines. Alright, and this is from the Visual Art Club's 5 styles drawing. So you draw yourself in 5 styles, and like this is your own style, and this is a Ghibli style, Disney style, Junji Ito style, and Tim Burton style. And I think I really like these 3 a lot. They're not me, but like they're like a girl with bangs, which I do have, and I also wear this clothes, so yeah, it was really nice. And okay, we have also Doyoung in a suit. I was obsessed, so I used a ink marker, like ink pen like this, to draw kind of like varied lines to make one piece like dark and lighter, like in just like it's a classical art thing. So this was from VAC. We went out to the music courtyard and we drew the buildings around us, and it was kind of architecture focused, but my style was kind of like graphic, so I don't really like adhere to some like 3D conceptual like figure drawing lines, or like whatever you call them, perspective lines. I don't do that because I'm lazy and I'm inexperienced. But here are my friends that I met through VAC: Sophia, Shelly, and Jennifer. And these are, this is of Trinity College in U of T. I have a lot of memories in this college. This is not my college from U of T though, but yeah, basically this is what it is. Then we have a gargoyle because I went to UC building, like the University College. I learned about perspective lines again from my friend Daniel, and yeah, so I really like the detail in this and the hatching in this that really made this gargoyle stand out. I think it's a gargoyle. Anyways, I did more perspective drawing with Daniel, and then I went to draw the library that was in UC, University College, using these perspective lines. I think their modern architecture is really enticing to me, and I really like all these textures and colors, and that they try to combine modern with the antique vibe of UC College. So that is it. And then I have a heart house window pane that I drew using etching. So dry point etching is a style where you put a PVC like plastic thing and you go like this with a sharp nail, like, and then you roll paint on it and then you stamp it like this. So it's a stamp. So yeah, this is a black and white drawing of a Blue Jay because Toronto Blue Jays are famous in baseball. So I just decided to draw them, and I love birds, so I really like this one especially, and I'm thinking if I should turn this into digital because it's really pretty. And then we have Renjin from Inktober. So every October we do things with ink, and this is just like a magazine cover of sorts. And then we also have this faded dry point etching print, which is the same as before, but just a failed one because like I didn't put enough ink on top of it, I think. So this one is of Doyoung as well, but it's not really remarkable because I did it on a sticky pad, and these are just like, oh, what should I draw next? Some inspiration for that. Yes, and this is also a diary, like also by sketching. We went to a art museum of Ontario, AGO. I sketched my friends' jeans and Air Force Ones, and I sketched people playing this ball game in the Victoria Quad in my university. So, moving on. Sometimes when I go to national galleries, I really like to write down like what pieces I like, and this was in Copenhagen. So I came across this statue and drew it for maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour with my friend in Copenhagen. And I love museums in Copenhagen. So here, you guys can take a look at this one. It's not very finished, but the first one is just from my own imagination. This one, it's just, I just draw whatever I want. So like, it's just a doodle. So basically the frog is a king and it's eating ramen, and yay. And this one is like Fei Xiang, which is like the bird I drew in one of the VAC event sketching, and I just thought they'd go together. So onto a piece that I recently finished. This one is a collage. So it's from a magazine that I got in Bornholm, and Bornholm is a island in Denmark that is close to Sweden. So it's in the middle of Denmark and Sweden. Also some figure drawings. Let's just skip past this. Figure drawings, 30 seconds to 5 minutes. This reminds me of like action game characters. And this guy with his moped, just another 30-second drawing or 1 minute drawing. And then VAC artist comic workshop, I did this drawing that's like really quick, but it's just like this is like a hole, and then like people are having fun like doing paragliding over it. It's like a lake, I think. I'm not sure the geographical term, but here we have the outdoors, and it's just random collaging again. And here is also other random collaging. I tried to have the theme of like, you know, I stayed in different places, you know, we all move between city and like urban places. So it's like the GTA, New Zealand, Tokyo, Japan, Australia, and some geishas that I all took from a magazine. So we have nature as well. Urban and nature. What is like the guideline, and what is the line that passes to make nature and something that's urban. And this is also a diary. I went to this museum with my friend, and it's Cezanne and Renoir. And also I went to this event in Toronto. So a lot of these pieces are like just from memory, or like not really, it's kind of spontaneous. Then I have this drawing. War devastates the living, a sacrifice called for by whom and for what. Anger tries to justify one side or the other, but there is no side to hide in. Each is a reflection of the same contagion. The sacrificed share their silence. It's like that. This is Gissernas Design Museum in in Lund, not Copenhagen. This is so wrong. And this is just a baggage identification tag in Switzerland. Yay. And basically here I put a quote of George Orwell. As a sociologist, of course. I'm just gonna remove this. I said, the essential act of war is destruction, not necessarily the act of human lives, but the act of human labor. War is a way of shattering to pieces materials which otherwise might be used to awake the masses. Too comfortable. Hence, in the long term, too intelligent. Orwell, 1999. More from the Skissernas Museum I went to myself in June in Lund University, Sweden. And these are just like travel tidbits. Like I got this from Vietnam, not Vietnam, what the hell? Vienna. My favorite pieces. Here, my favorite destinations, and here solo trip. Yeah. Also here, ta-da! It's like a whole continuum of my museum studies that I went to Picasso in Shanghai. I looked at the design. I got this Joe Malone and this Shanghai, let me smell it, Shanghai mall. And this is just something that I added. So it's not really, it's like a really stream of thought kind of like, stream of thought kind of thing. We had design museum, shape of yearning. I really like the word yearning because like yearning is what you do when you like really want something. So yeah. I drew this rabbit from Alice in Wonderland and I hope it looks good. Like it's a style I'm not that comfortable with, so I did it in a more graphic style, and basically with the hearts and shading I try to keep it pretty like, you know, storybook like. And then I was obsessed with this drama called Pro Bono on Netflix. Basically it's about lawyers providing services for free, which is like pro bono, and I just drew this because this is my favorite character in the show, Park Gi-bun. Park Gi-bun is, oh sorry for the shake. So she's on the stand in the court. This is just to fill another page, so I just put NCT merch here, but this one is like inspired by Mondrian. And then I was playing Pikmin Blue, so I just drew this stupid looking cute thing here. This stupid and cute. And New York, just like anything. I just put anything. It's kind of like sketchbooking, scratchbooking, not gonna lie. And then I drew this because this is like what a magician gave me, I guess. He asked me to write my name on it and then did a card trick, but I really like this design, so I just put it here. And then I googled like Queen of Hearts and I said this is really sinister look, and really contrast from the rabbit look. I think it really contrasts that. Okay, and here are more tidbits from my travels, like Mozart, like Picasso's son is here, what Picasso did. And then at the end I got this clipping from a magazine and I just drew like a copy of it basically. Cello, I really like cello, and if I didn't know how to play the violin, maybe I would consider playing the cello because it's so rich in the sound. And here is just some tidbits of scrapbooking and stuff. I used to put all the stuff I had in this compartment. So it says Gute Unterhaltung, I think. I don't know how to pronounce German. Yep, so that is it for the sketchbook tour. And if you guys want more tours, I can give you a sketchbook of my high school drawings, but honestly they are not up to par with the spontaneity of this sketchbook. So yeah, I honestly don't know how to like show you my other stuff, so really quickly I show it here. Okay, yep, and please suggest me what I should draw next time. Please suggest. Okay, I will see you. Bye bye.